talk to me. August 2nd, 2019, Derek, Kathy, and Paco. We're going to try go Landslide Lake over the saddle, starting at, this is the staging area at the Landslide Lake Interpretive Fire Trail. And some lunatic parked his camper here. Okay, we're 1 kilometer in. Starting to breathe already. They got these nice signs on this one. The Interpretive Fire Trail is just the short loop to the left here that we did last night to warm up our legs and then carry on. But yeah, this is part of that prescribed burn area, and the new growth is coming in nicely here. And shortly here you'll see, I think that's the saddle that we're trying to pass, that ridge up there to drop down to the lake. It's going to be lots of heavy breathing and hard work. We're going to take her slow and steady. We might be, I don't know, 1.5 kilometers in, but starting to follow this ridge. It's starting to go up, up, up. I think the gain is 1,150 meters. The ridge is 2,500 meters up. Clear. Going to be hot. There's a decent breeze starting here, but yeah, we're hoping to get some of the climb done before it gets too warm. My Kathy, she don't swear very often, but she just realized she forgot her camp shoes at the truck. I won't make her happy, but I don't think she wants to go back for them. Hey, we're still struggling up this ridge. I don't know, we've gained about 700 meters of elevation, and it's a bit of a struggle. But yeah, Kathy, I just snuck up ahead a little bit. She amazes me because she thinks she's not strong, but I'll tell you, this ain't easy. It's just up, 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 and that weight on your back. But the views make it worthwhile. We've been at it for 2 hours. We just stopped for a break here, take a 20-minute break and take the pack off. Paco's getting a drink of water. Nice big old spruce there. Yeah, it's tough. We're just sitting here contemplating life and thinking about what we got ourselves into, and we're just about ready to carry on. I found a tiny bit of downhill. Little side slope. Nice stuff, and then we're gonna go up again, up and back into the prescribed burn here, and shouldn't be too much longer. We'll be into the scree and the saddle. Thought you guys might like to see the Indian paintbrushes inside all the red flowers inside the prescribed burn, the new growth coming in. It's quite pretty, different. Check out this avalanche slope. It's like cleared all the deadfall and just piled it up. Nature, the power of it. Alright, we made it to about the 3 kilometer mark. I guess we've been at it for 3 hours and 20 minutes. We're nearing the scree slope, but yeah, we found the creek. There is drinking water, but it takes a lot of work to get to it. And then there's a trail here just on the other side of the creek that if you ever wanted to stop along the way, there's a pretty sweet campsite in here. Sometimes you're limited for where to sit around the fire or whatever, but oh geez, this one's just perfect. There isn't a bad seat in the house. And lots of tent pads, you know, tucked away back in the bush here. Lots of nice spots to set up a tent. One little chipmunk. But yeah, lots of good spots to park for the night if you had to. And probably lots of firewood, lots of dead wood in there. Cool. It's a little windy up here, so if I'm yelling, but there, Kathy's heading up the final push to the saddle here, and we're going to find a rock cairn up there. It tells us we're in the right spot. You see the lake. Downhill. But yeah, strong wind, but at least it's blowing us off. Views are opening up. We are so close to the top of this thing. Kathy's just doing some switchbacks up that slope there. But yeah, we're up with the snow. But I'm wearing out. I'm wearing out. She's getting stronger, and that's just, I guess that's your power couple. The metaphor of a just about got it. One small mountain stream we just come to near the top. We're still trying to get up. It's 1 o'clock, so close to the top. But that's the end of this little, as Bear Grylls would say, the glacier. And that's it. I guess when that's all melted, that's the end of that creek. Until next winter. Up over the hump and coming down the other side. Wild Horse Creek Pass. The watch tells me I'm at 2,520 meters, and we're hoping to sneak a peek at a lake, or maybe we haven't got there yet. You can see the rest of the David Thompson Highway out over there. I guess we got a ways to go. We still got to cross over the rest of this saddle here, but the extreme uphill has stopped and we've flattened out. Paco's watering the flowers. Not as stoked as this way to get to Landslide Lake, but I am pretty pumped about this one. And more to come. And now we're going to another ledge and a couple big rocks. Coming up. Spectacular view. And the wind. The wind's been up and down, up and down. 1 minute it stops. But this should be nothing less than breathtaking. Pull us right off here. Of Landslide Lake. We're heading down. We're kind of just highballing her off that ridge there. It's died off now, but the wind was so strong. It's starting to move you around, throwing you around with your pack on, and Paco was not stoked about that. So it's a pretty quick drop, so we're just trying to descend as quick as we can and hopefully get some shelter from the wind. I guess that's it. If you thought you were going to go up to 2,200 meters in elevation, we're about halfway down to the lake. It sure was, you know, the wind pushing at your back when you're coming down it. we're trying to hustle down. I noticed he spends most of his time on a leash hooked to my belt, but you know, it's in my personal opinion, coming down these loose slopes, I can see for quite a distance that there's nobody else out here, and it's just a safety thing. I get tangled up in his leash, and sometimes I have trouble keeping my own footing, so he will be back on the leash when we get down the slope a little bit more. There's the lake peeking around. Might be a little too far down there and to catch it, but there's got to be about 30 herd of about 30 adults and little mountain sheep down there. Sheep, goats, what the hell are they, baby? Mountain goats, I guess, is the... We're not quite, maybe we can get a little closer. They seem to be, Paco's got them on the run.
You don't even know what you see.
But yeah, pretty neat. Tracked down a whole herd of them sitting up on the hill here. Heading towards the lake. We got them heading to the lake. Thought I'd film again. Kathy spotted like it was a little fox or marmot or a fox or something. She thinks it was a fox that was harassing those sheep. They only moved about 50 meters further towards the lake, and the herd is still sitting there, and we just thought, and Paco won't be quiet because he wants some tuna. But we thought, what a fantastic place to stop and have lunch and watch those animals do their thing. And they're not bothered so far. I'm sure they know we're up here, but we're starting to move down the hill towards the sheep. I guess we're in sheep shape, Riley. But I tell you what, I'm not packing one of these bastards out of here. But they haven't noticed us quite yet, and Paco hasn't noticed them. See how close we can get. Shit my pants if a big grizzly come running out of the woods and tried to take them on. Looks like our paths might intersect. They're on the other side of the stream. So I think all is well. See what they do. If they head up, that'll be neat. If they come across the stream, that'll be neat. We'll see, we're going to be behind the trees here right away when we come right up on them. I guess this is worth the film. Coming out around the corner. They still haven't made us. Crazy to think I see mountain bike trails in here. Mountain bike tracks. That's a hardcore dude. Some of them are looking at me. They ain't exactly quiet. There it is. goats, I guess. Paco's too low to the ground. He doesn't know they're there, which is good. Pretty awesome. It's gotta be 30. Well, come Paco, we'll just leave him be. Paco doesn't notice them, and we'll just let them eat grass. Some of the little ones are heading up. Too cool. Into the spruce, approaching like some of the wildflowers that are in these spruce meadows are just incredible. Beautiful colors and a nice trail through the bush, back out of the mountains and into the trees. Looks like we're crossing this one. Like, do you take the bridge or the water? I think we just go for the wet boot. I'm gonna try this one. Come here, Paco, I'll give you a ride. Come on, buddy. Oh yeah, the old wet boot. Wet sock. Kathy's gonna try down there. Made her down to the lake. We're just walking along the shore. Try to find a campsite on the far end. Or pooped. A couple dudes fishing on the far end. They got helicoptered in. They said they're hiking out. But they caught a dozen fish. Said they were going to go hiking, but why go anywhere when the fishing's so good? So hopefully I can get something tonight. Yeah, get here any way you can.
From the landslide that shut the lake off.
Just what she said. These are just like there's car-sized boulders scattered for miles along this trail. Closed the creek off, created the lake. That's about all I know of the story, but man, they're big. Another little shot coming down from Landslide Lake. You can see just boulders, but the views open up. We're just sitting at the junction of Hidden Lake and the Landslide Lake Trail. Kathy is just doing her thing at the junction there. It's about 0.8 of a kilometer from the bridge when you're coming in from Entry Creek, the confluence area. It's easy to miss, but you have a steep climb. Climb, and the moment that the trail flattens out, you bust her left. And somebody has carved an H in the tree on the right hand side and an arrow. Maybe I'll film it on the way out. But yeah, we're just sitting here, me and Paco, having some peanuts, and hopefully we can get up to Hidden Lake and find a cool spot. Never been there. Passed the H on the tree lots before, but never turned in. Okay, we're coming up on Hidden Lake. Kathy figures she smelled a campfire. Paco seems excited. Oh yeah. We left a full on tarp up here. A little bit of bushcraft going on here. I don't know what's with the tarps. Maybe somebody thinks it's their lake. Take your shit with you. That's not bad. Tiny little lake on a raft. And fish I see jumping. That only took us about an hour and a half from Landslide, so we're gonna set up, hang out. We're just working on our spot at Hidden Lake beside the babbling brook. There was a big old widowmaker right above the campfire. I threw a rope around it and rocked it out of that tree, but we should have filmed that action. But I had all the firewood I could ever want. It pretty much fell right on top of the fire pit. So good times here. Big fire, but not too big. Fishing, warm up some water. Maybe we're gonna have a bath or a shower anyway. Bush shower. Get shined up. Sure is pretty. Yeah, I mean you. Hey? too far away.
Probably good. I don't look very good.
I do what I can. She said yes. Good morning. Morning of day 3. We're just packing up. Found a little spot there. Southern tip. Hidden lake. Just folding up the tent. That's about it. I already showed everybody this campsite, but the tree that the widowmaker we dropped out of the sky, this one we didn't use. We built a nice little bench out of this one, and we had a nice big fire and we burnt the top half of it. Basically just all the branches and sticks that were on the side of it was enough fire for the night. This one we're working on. But yeah, we're getting ready to head out, and looks like the sun's gonna come out. We've been, so far, looks like blessed with 3 beautiful days. Right, baby?
Yeah.
Just saying goodbye to the lake. There's what a morning at Hidden Lake looks like. So there's the H carved in the tree with an arrow, and that's what the entrance to Hidden Lake looks like along the trail. Lots of people came in there last night. It's quite a bit shorter. All the firewood you could ever burn is the plus. The lake is nice. You don't get the oh my god mountain views of Landslide or Lake of the Falls, but it's still worth the trip. We're a nice stop along the way, and we're heading down. We're gonna go out along the Cline and back to the Pinto Lake trailhead, and that over the pass thing really kicked the shit out of us on day 1, so we're gonna try this. If we have to hike along the highway to get back to the truck, then so be it. Or we're gonna give her a whirl, do a loop. This should be fairly quick, and 6 hours or something we'll be back at the highway. Super cool. Okay, we're just at the junction there, the bridge, the confluence of the 2 streams coming down from Landslide Lake and Lake of the Falls. Kathy likes to stop and do a little jig on this bridge. When we were here in 2016, it was just 2 sticks. Well, maybe I'm exaggerating. 4 trees and a broken handrail across this river, and it would really make you pucker. So we love the new bridge. And 1.2 kilometers from the junction up to Hidden Lake. Not very far. We'll stop and get a drink of water and carry on. I've been up this trail maybe, I don't know, 5 times or something, but it'll never get old. I think I'm a lifer. I may never go over that mountain pass again, but there's just something about this place. We're not the only ones, because on a long weekend, lots of people up here enjoying it. Just another pretty spot along the way. We're just booking her along on our way out to the Cline. There's the old moss teepee campsite. Looks like things falling apart a little bit. I know from before that means 10 kilometers to go to the Pinto Lake trailhead. But this is, yeah, a beaten path, and just mosey right along. Don't go too fast that you don't enjoy the view. Made her to the Cline River. about 1 o'clock. Stopping for a break and more good water. Yum. There's Klein River Kathy, as she's known in these parts. Looking for a snack or checking her water. She's doing something. We've got about 6K to go. We can see Abraham Lake off in the distance. 6K to the trailhead, that is. Pinto Lake, and then we gotta figure out how to get back to our vehicle. See how it goes. But this is one of Kathy's least favorite spots. It's not my favorite either. It's a steep, slippery short drop here, and it's a little bit of a pain in the ass. Paco, he has no trouble. I don't know what the temperature is today, but it's warm and kind of exposed here. I guess it's that afternoon sun, hot part of the day. There's always a place to stop. There's a campsite in here, but I don't know if I'd want to go up and down this thing every day to get water. But yeah, there's a campsite tucked in. Oh geez, just about biffed her. Filming and hiking. But yeah, here's the drop. We'll get down there. We won't be filming. Alright, it's Derek and Paco and Klein River Kathy here checking in. We're coming up on 5.5 hours, I guess, and starting to open up the view. I suspect we're just about at the highway. Helicopter's been flying over non-stop. That's from Hidden Lake. The far end of Hidden Lake, not that it's a big one, but we're tucked in there for the night, and we should be in the finishing stretches that come out to the parking lot. And then we're going to figure out some way to spend the night there. Figure the absolute worst case scenario, if we can't bum a ride, is in the morning I'll jog the highway back to the truck. Can't quite remember the distance, but I don't think it's much more than 15K. So a couple hours in the morning, should be home free. We made her back to the Landslide Lake interpretive trailhead, where turns out the lunatic that parked his camper was me. And we ended up getting Kathy, my ugly mug, out on hitchhiking on the road. About 10 cars went by and nobody's picking this guy up. Kathy goes in to the parking lot, and a couple nice young boys from Rocky Mountain House gave us a lift back to the camper. So we hooked him up with 20 bucks and a couple cold beers, and everybody's happy. Over and out. Now we're living in the lap of luxury.